Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tim, and welcome back to a Saturday night stream where we're going to continue the very special adventure that we started last night in OneShot. Now, when we ended last night, we had our one shot, and we chose to save the world, which ended up kind of condemning our little friend Niko to a life of trapped servitude. That's not the end, though. You see this note? This note appeared on my desktop right before the end of the game. That led us to being able to get Niko to reset the world. But then there was this lovely document that showed up in my documents saying that we were still yet undone. Why Photoshop? Of course, because it's a JPEG and I'm... There we go. Yeah, you can see that just fine. So, this appeared in my documents. And it said, looks like you completed your mission in the world. And I understand. I know you wish to return, but the entity called itself OneShot for a reason. That restriction was implemented a long time ago. Removing it is impossible now. At least, for me. I do not know of the full extent of your powers, so pardon me if this sounds foolish, but would you be so kind to test something out for me? The log of your saved progress may exist somewhere on your machine, maybe even in the same location as this journal you're reading right now. If this saved progress log takes the form of a file, perhaps you can manipulate it. Try removing it from its current location. A simple deletion will do. Again, I apologize for not knowing the extent of your powers. If what I described confuses you, I am sorry. So I deleted my save game completely. And I have no idea what happens from here. I have no clue. But opening the OneShot app now, closed it immediately and it gave me an achievement. Return. Interesting. I'm gonna try playing it again. Ooh. We're back in the game, you guys. It gave me a return, and we're back in the game. Check it. So, there is my return achievement that unlocked right when I opened that game, and it ended up exiting again. So, let's continue OneShot. Speaking of muting, let me make sure that that OneShot itself is not muted, because it might be. Oh, fiddly farts! Why are you messing up on me right now? Damn it! Technical difficulties that should have been taken care of earlier. I love doing a live show because when technical things happen, it's all my fault now. It's all my fault now. It's all my fault now. There we go. And now we can hear the music of OneShot, which, well, while scarce, is one of my more favorite parts. Let's continue. Dedicated to our beloved friend Felix. Oh, we miss you, Felix. Good morning. Young Niko, you wake up again at home. Hello? Me? This isn't the way the game began last time. Wait, why did I say that word? The same and yet not the same. The door is locked. A withered plant sits here. Branch snaps off. Dry branch, strange journal. So we still have the same journal. I understand that, Harwood. I mean, after all, we do see the bird characters later on, and they have wings of feathers that kind of look like little cat ears that are springing out of the top of their heads. But last time we were here, there was a remote control that ended up giving us the combo we needed to get out of here. There's no remote control. Password hint. Documents. Okay, let's do that. My documents. My games. OneShot. There's a README, which we already know what that is. And then there's the Clover program, which does nothing right now. Wait a minute. No, this is the one from last night. The journal to be brief, and then the 6-digit code there. Interesting. Let me take a look at this here. Oh. So you guys saw in my documents a few seconds ago, these motherfuckers right here were not there. Just seconds ago. Huh. So it must have injected them once we hit this screen. Not when we just pulled up the DOS panel. So let's see, password 1. Let me open it with not Photoshop this time. How about just photos? Empty. It's a PNG file, which means it may not actually open up in photos. Whoa, okay. It looks like you were able to remove the restriction. In that case, you are ready to continue. The necessary preparations are already in place. This S in session is bold. Might run a very different course depending on your actions. If you can recognize my symbol, you should know what to do. I confess, the O in confess. It will be risky. The probability that the entity's condition will worsen is quite high. If that happens, then password 2. Look at me. Asking you for favors, if only, and that's a lowercase L, you'll notice. I wonder if that matters. Only to become so apprehensive if you agreed. I understand if you wish to leave some questions unanswered. I understand if you do not believe in a happy resolution. I understand if you are simply afraid of what might happen, because I am afraid too. If you enjoy the world as it is, if you are satisfied with the story as it is, if you really do not want to see anything changed for better or for worse, then pretend you never saw this. Oh, fuck you. I know what this is spelling. Carry the session on as you normally would. Do not use my journal for anything other than what you are already familiar with. This option will always remain for you, though. This is why I implore you to consider the Messiah, the world, my children. They all deserve a good ending. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. And if we put all those letters together, they spell out a word. And that word is solstice. Access granted. I guess case didn't matter, which I'm actually happy about. Hello, entity. We have returned. You found me. Why? You're already too late. Not much of the world remains. Oh, this is the same. This will be apparent once you go outside. This place was never worth saving. Do you still want to try? Then remember this. Oh, shit. Gotta click back on the window. Your affections here will affect Niko. Your mission is to help Niko leave, and most importantly... ... No. This does not feel right at all. Have we already been through this, Tim? That should be impossible. You had only one shot. It wasn't supposed to exist after that. Niko hears the sound of a door unlocking. There's that name again. That sounds so familiar. Hello? Anyone? It's the old busted TV, which gives off a dangerous looking spark. We know what to do now. Into the basement. Oh wait, we can't go into the basement until we get the key. Perhaps it could be lit. We needed to take the bottle. There it is, bottle of alcohol. And soak the branch. And then we take the branch and light it with the spark. And then we take the lit branch and into the fireplace we go. Perfect. Niko digs out the basement key and we go into the basement to retrieve the sun. Hey Ryu, welcome. Glad you could join us. All right, it looks like we've finally got that chat app working and everyone's appearing in the same window. Oh yeah. That was something I was worried about, whether or not it would actually work tonight. I'm glad it does. And we have received the sun once again. Yes it is, Harwood. It is a little bit of a delay because you are having to go through Restream twice, basically, to get that chat app working. So there is a bit of a delay there. But it is what it is, and it works, and it shows up. Everybody's happy, including me. Especially me. And we'll take the sun and put it back in its receptor so we can finally go outside once again. I wonder, I know what I'm looking for, where things will start to diverge. But I wonder what will be different between here and there. Because we are beginning our journey again in the Barrens once more, trying to get back to the tower again. I mean, we know the way. We're gonna go see the Prophet Bot. And then we go by the factory, pick up all the stuff over there. We need to find the metal pipe, take it to the crusher, make the crowbar. And all that stuff till we get the sponge with acid on it and are able to wipe off the rowboat. But I believe that sometime before we get there, before we get to the rowboat, we have an alternate mission. Sorry, I'm just a little lost. Ah, right, allow me to explain a few things. May I first ask how you arrived here? Ah, yes. We remember going through all this with the Prophet Bot, who we saw was designed to take over after a human prophet, who unfortunately succumbed to that human illness known as death. Interesting. I don't remember about Tim being one of the options last time. I'm not sure why I did that, but I saw it on a computer too. Ah, that would be God. Oh, right. I think I remember something about that. You do? But wait, did you not just arrive here? I was the one who was supposed to inform you of your God. How did you already know? Does not compute. And so we have not been contacted by Niko yet, but he remembers how to do it. So first contact comes through him this time. This is going to sound weird, but have we met before? I would never lie to you, Niko. But I don't know who you are, though. It's just a weird feeling that I have. I bet I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry. But it's nice to meet you, Tim. My name is Niko. It's nice to meet you again. Now let's ask him about going home. Blah, 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 blah. We saw this already. We won't be able to go home until we finish our mission, which he doesn't know anything more about because he was only designed to tell us about our mission. And we need to go to the map of the outpost. We need to get to the lighthouse. And put the sun back before the world dies a horrible, dark, and doomy death. That should be all from the Prophet bot for now. And we can continue our main quest. To get this computer terminal turned on, after we get the battery out of here, charge it up, lens and all that good stuff. Oh man, so much to do in so little time. Page with faded ink, we know how all that works. I don't believe there was anything more that we could do in here except find the map, which, well, we already know what the map looks like, so I don't need to actually look at it again. Unless it changed. Okay, it didn't change. So out we go. And I think our first stop was actually over at the factory, which had our first item we can pick up here. If I remember correctly. It's not like it was last night or anything that we played this. But hell, I was looking at the footage back. Wait, what? Desync video ahead. God damn it. Why does it do? But it ended up passing fairly quickly. I was looking back at the footage. It was 5 hours last night playing this ruddy game. Okay, never mind. I guess not in the factory. I wonder if the password to the safe will be the same, so we can just go ahead and skip that part and get the gas mask. Do you reckon it's worth a shot to try? That would allow us to skip over a few steps. Ah, fuck. How did I get there? How did I get there? How did I get there? Nope, that was the sheet of paper that told me about how to get the numbers. Oh, duh. Okay, 6-digit code. Wait. 6-digit code? I only have 5. Unless I didn't write down the 6-digit code last night. Wait a minute. It must still be somewhere. It is somewhere because I opened it up a minute ago. Right here. 485112. Got it. Four, 8, 5, 1, 1, 2. Nope. That is not the code. Huh. Well now, it seems like we can't quite cheat it that way. All right, then let's take a look at this. Gas mask, Never mind. Because I need to make it back up to silver and the mines. That's ultimately where I'm trying to get to find the next path along this special route. Where are you? Also, you'll notice that the pixels aren't here. Oh yeah, that was the suicide note. And there was the torn page with mining operations, blah, 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 blah. All the people and the robots mining together until stuff got too bad. Let's see. This way leads to... Oh, perfect. The area with the robot that we can make work again. And... silver. That light bulb. So, are you like the Messiah or something? So we've been told. I expected someone taller, or at least someone who doesn't look like a kitten. That's what you are, right? Some sort of kitty cat? Nuh-uh. I'm a person. You got the eyes of a kitty cat, and the ears of a kitty cat, and the paws of a kitty cat. If you smell like a cat and you pet like a cat, you must be a cat. This is gonna sound cold, but I honestly think you're better off just leaving and letting the world die naturally. The world's been falling apart for a long time. This matter of decay, it's highly improbable that the sun can fix it. You've already seen how bad it could get, right? Yes, all of this seems to be the same so far. Robot Silver doesn't believe that we can actually fix the world with just the sun. We, on the other hand, believe differently. And we found a screwdriver. Thank you. Which we'll be able to make use of not too long from now. I don't know, Niko 1376. It seems like you might be. I saw you heading towards this direction. The mines have been abandoned for a long time. I can't guarantee that it's safe. If you must enter it, it's my duty to accompany you at least once. And here we are inside of the mines, where we find what's left of a camera, and we end up prying out the lens with the screwdriver. Yeah! And we get a lens, which we'll use here in a minute. I don't remember there being, am I being weird? It's a clover. It is a clover. It's a clover. A clover that wasn't here before. When you see my symbol, what did it say? Because I know that there was something that I was looking for in here. Was it in the delete save instructions, maybe? No. Ah, there it is. This one. It was on page 1, actually, Harwood, which is why it took me so long to find it. If you can recognize my symbol, you will know what you should do. So, that's clearly the symbol. It's a clover, in a place where there wasn't a clover before. What would happen if I go into... Where are you at? My games, OneShot, and the journal. So I've got the journal open, and I see the clover. It's a clover. It's a clover. Oh. Wait. What the fuck was that? Wait a minute. You remember last time Niko said he saw something? I saw something. Like a robot with a yellow eye. There's a robot who always insisted on going back to the abandoned mines, despite how long the mines have been in disrepair. I hope he's okay. He was up close. Sounds like some kind of visual glitch or hallucination or something. Whatever it is that living beings have. Does the robot you know of have a yellow eye? I don't think I've seen any other robots like that. I wouldn't know. I've never met him myself. I only heard of him from a friend of mine. You know, the real human Thor. Hold on. Something in my pocket is... glowing gold. Glowing gold like the sun. Where did you get that book? Hey Juno, welcome. Glad you could join us. It was with me when I woke up back at the house. I didn't really question it at the time. I flipped through a couple pages, but I don't understand a word of it. Is that just something messiahs are supposed to wake up with? No, I haven't heard of anything like that before, but I know who wrote the book. However, I've only seen his books with a black clover on the cover. If you went through the trouble of putting yellow phosphor on it, and the fact that you woke up with it in the first place, really has me intrigued. We haven't heard of yellow phosphor before. Only red, green, and blue. Well, I guess that golden phosphor must have been in the feather and the dice as well. And the amber. The other glowing thing. Well, it is the same person. That's why I think this journal would be so important. You did say it just started glowing, right? It was right after your vision then. This has to mean something. Maybe you should try and read it again. Maybe I should try and read it again. Oh, wow. Look at how it lines up perfectly. So there is a cart here. And magically there's a cart here. I'm not sure, I wasn't looking. To be honest, neither was I. I was just taking a closer look at the journal. And I found this page that looks like a drawing of this room, and when I looked back up, the minecart just showed up out of thin air. Should I be worried? Well, I think we should just go ahead and jump on in and see what's on the other side, right? It was your vision, maybe. Guess that means we have a working vehicle now. Not sure why you want to visit deeper in the mines, but if you wanted to, we now have that option. I kind of want to go deeper. The magnetic rails can hold me in place. It's only ever dangerous to walk on if you're an organic being. So I could just walk behind you on the minecart. So you get in the cart and then I'll just skate along behind you. You can pull me on the cart. No, never mind, I'll just walk. It's fine. Don't worry, it's fine. You're being a real dick. Just a giant dick right now, leave me behind. You're the only one with the sun, I can't see anything. I do not recognize this place in the protocol. Wait a minute. This is the entity speaking, right? This isn't supposed to isn't what I'm supposed to be showing you at all. How did you get here? I can only think of one person. He contacted you? How long has he been doing this? It doesn't matter at this point. You're going out of bounds. You should turn back. Please turn back. Bad things are going to happen. Very bad things. At this rate, Niko will be in real danger. Please turn back. Nah, not today, Junior. We're going in deeper. Although I will say, these are starting to look more and more like teeth. Oh, the cart stopped. Looks like this is as far as the tracks go. So, where the hell are we? It looks like one of the old observation rooms still mostly intact. Oh my god. One of the compoopers just sprang to life. The terminal just reactivated, but the power was cut off so long ago. Maybe it runs on a battery? Maybe it runs off the sun, you jackass. Will it be okay by yourself for a bit? Okay, stay safe. I'm gonna jack into this transport pod. You have no idea how long it's been since I've had porn in this place. It powers the place because we found a lot of other power generators like it before. Not ideal. Looks like these terminals are running on a completely separate power source, so I can't really route it back to my place either. But it's okay. I'm just gonna keep surfing the internet right now. You go along. The yellow-eyed robot. I recognize the light in your eyes. You are the person I am destined to meet. What is your name? I'm Niko. Do you know who sent you? Oh, Tim? Wait, do you mean who sent me into this world? There was a robot a while back who told me about how I'm like the Messiah and stuff, so I'm guessing maybe God sent me. With it being God and all. The robot looks a little bit like you even. Maybe you know each other? I cannot say. Oh? A lot of my memories have been removed for safety reasons. Your memories were removed? That's terrible. Wait. I'm guessing that's less of a big deal for a robot. I'm going to assume you do not know who sent you. How did you get here then? How did you reach this room? Oh, we got here in a minecart. Minecart that appeared out of a magic journal. But the minecart wasn't there when you entered the mines, was it? Oh yeah. So how did you find it? I didn't really find it. It just sort of poofed there. The robot lady thinks it was just the minecart coming to us, but I remember looking at a journal when it happened. And then when I looked up again, the cart was just poof, right there. Interesting. Please show me this journal. It has already begun. Interesting. So look at his background. These are the bunkers that the humans were relegated to before being evacuated from the Barrens. You remember the numbers on the outside of the buildings. 110, 11, 7, 11, 7, 11, 12, 11, god damn it, 11, 2, 11, 8, 113, and then 119. That looks like Harwood and I saw that at the exact same time. Here. What is that? I'm entrusting you with my main memory disk. You have passed the first test by showing me the book. Now you will need to find a way to install the backup. Install the... Before you do that though, someone else is with you, right? Someone aside from Tim. A resident of this world. Yeah, the robot lady. She's in the computer room right now. Jacking into the internet. At least, not yet. I can't be seen like this. Okay. Please help me restore my memory. Please bring the disk back once you have the backup. Okay. Residential tracking machine. For reference, an example of the symbols. Cross medical units are assigned to this building. A robot assigned to this building. Electricity power cell is assigned to the building. Oh. Oh, get the French out of here, Toast. So we can like assign various attributes to those places. So like, I'll bet that's gonna end up being a code of some kind. Please insert disk. Okay, we'll go with that for now. Whatever. How's it going? This observation room, it isn't for the mines. I've never actually been to this particular one. You recognize it at first, though. They all look the same to me. Fair enough. I did find something interesting, though. All the databases seem to encode video feeds. Right now, I can see various places in the Barrens. The outposts, the residential areas, even my own house. They're all shot from a top-down perspective, too. Which means the cameras would have to be somewhere up in the air, but I've never seen any cameras around. Wait a minute. It's kind of like our own perspective. I might have to go investigate later, yeah. Did you find anything in the back room? You were in there for quite a while. We found, not your friend. I see. And I guess back we go. Are we leaving her behind? All right then. So we have this floppy disk now, and I need to find some way to make a backup of Robro. Okay. I don't... No. Zero hints there about how to proceed. I need to find, and of course Silver's not back here anymore, the metal pipe that I end up taking to the crusher, and I want to say that was back over in the area that I had with the gas mask. Up here. But I don't have the gas mask, so I can't come back here yet. Okay, so maybe we need to proceed on the normal way. We'll find the broken battery, replace the lens in it, power up the power cell, and get this place running again. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh gosh, Juno. You'll have to be a little bit more specific about when you left, because there were a lot of things that happened last night in general. And if I remember right, the broken battery was actually like above my house. In the other mine cart, if I'm not mistaken. The other rail cart, rather. Bingo. Alright, so with that metal pipe, actually, I wonder if you'll have more dreams. So we'll take a nap, the game closes. Incidentally, I found out what the achievement one-shot was for. The achievement one-shot was for beating the game in one shot. Only closing the game when it prompts you to a nap and a dream. Nope, not this time. Okay, interesting. Well, let's see. Basically, Juno, after we ended up fixing the elevator in the city, we went around the city, did all the quests there, and made our way back to the tower. Oh, do I have fast travel? Yes, awesome. Go back to Lookout Point, and the Crusher inside. Oh, fuck. That building that I just walked away from. Really? Bag of dicks. How bizarre. I did that last night too. I made that exact same mistake when I thought the Crusher was up at Lookout Point. It's not, it's right here. I made that exact same mistake last night. Nope, you, there we go. Okay, crush the pipe, boom. And we made a crowbar. Awesome. Leave here. We'll go back over here, open up the box, and get the battery out that's inside. Right? Yeah, I believe that it was a battery inside of here. Bingo! Solar battery on the side, which means that we can take the lens and pop the pop it in the broken battery, empty battery into the light bulb, and fully charged. Perfect. Now we're cooking with gas. So charge battery inside here will actually turn on the computer, but I wonder if we can take that floppy disk and stick it inside this computer and download the personality. Screen says documents. I can't seem to make the computer do anything else. Fuck. All right, back into my documents we go. Yep, this is refreshed and renewed. Just in case it desynced again. It says the code you need is 625643, and I'm guessing that that's the code to the safe. The 6-digit code that we need to get into the safe. I'll go ahead and just leave that up for a moment until we actually get there, and then I'll take it away. This game's so goddamn neat. Like, every time we do this, it just makes me so happy. Oh, fuck. There we go. 6, 2, 5, 6, 4, 3. Ta-da! And should be the gas mask. Let's just say I have my ways. I see. What's in the safe, Niko? Yay, the gas mask! Fucking right it is. Oh, and the glitchies came back, just like before. I wonder if we'll actually be able to rid the world of them this time. Okay, but we know what more to do. Now we get the acid sponge part, and we do that, but I don't know what to do with the floppy disk still. Floppy disk is still a mystery to me. The factory being like right here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Juno. Yes, we totally got off track of filling you in from last night. Basically what happened was we got through the city, we got to the top of the tower, and we found ourselves with a choice. We could replace the sun and save the world, but it would trap Niko in a never-ending loop, being stuck in the tower in servitude forever, which kinda sucks. Or we could break the sun, the world would immediately end, but Niko would be freed and return back to his world. And, well, we couldn't exactly let that happen, so being the heroes that we are, we chose to sacrifice Niko to the cycle. And, well, the game ended there. The game literally would not let me continue. When we opened up the game, it opened up on a bright morning on Niko's empty house, and if you would touch anything, game exited just like that. So there was nothing that we could do. And, well, when we came into the game today, I found a document in my documents folder that said, hey, dum-dum, game's not over yet, dum-dum. Why don't you go into your documents, delete your save game, and see what happens? What happened was we started a new game plus, and Niko's adventures continue slightly altered. He has a little bit of a memory of who we are, why he remembers who we are, he doesn't know. And things like that. There have been small changes here and there, including meeting that yellow-eyed robot and getting this floppy disk, which supposedly will be able to restore who he was back to him. Hey, Niko, do a robot voice. Like, talk like a robot. Beep, beep, boop, bop, beep, beep, boop, bop. I'm a robot. I eat batteries instead of number people food. Oh, we embarrassed him in front of the other robot again. Sorry, Niko. It's all for fun and games. And if I remember right, we're looking for the syringe, which, oh, was in the infirmary. Here. Yeah, box of medical tools. Most of them are broken, but this plastic syringe seems to be okay. Perfect. And with this syringe, we are just about ready to go make our acidic wash, but I still feel like we're missing something. Yes, they were, Harwood. You're exactly right. We get to take the empty bottle and fill the bottle with the gas. Perfect. And then we'll take the syringe and get the goop, which is right down here. Yeah, I remember this. Fill the syringe with the liquid, the phosphorus that is, and squirt it right into the bottle of smoke. And then we'll give it a little shaky shake. Awesome. Bottle of strong acid with the sponge. And since we have the rubber gloves, we don't melt our hands away. And sponge soaked with the acidic cleaning solution is ready to go. But that means we're ready to leave this area, and I don't know that I want to do that. me go back to our yellow-eyed friend and see what he said again. Because I don't remember if he specified a place that we were supposed to plug his disc into. And also, I think it's going to end up being a much shorter trip this time, so that's nice. Or will it? Nope, yep, much shorter trip. Bring the disc once you have the backup installed. Shit. Maybe not. I mean, at this point, Harwood, it's the only thing that we can do is to continue, you know? Oh, you mean this boy? This boy right here. Hello, small person. You're not much bigger than I am. Welcome to Lookout Point. Below us is the old quarry. Head engineer lives a little bit more to the east. The entrance to the old mines is further east. Nope, that's all he says. At least for now. What if I wipe him with the sponge? Nope, never mind. He watches over the clovers. I mean, I wonder if it would tell me if, you know, we tried to move on and it was like, hey, dummy, we still got to do the thing with the computer disk for the robot. Oh, how about that? He's glitched out. So I don't think we'll be able to touch him at all. Please do not approach. Oh no, is there anything I can do to help? It's dangerous to try and assist me. Leave this area. Well, yeah, that's what we're trying to do, but you're not making it easy. Well now. That puts a nail in that coffin. We ain't leaving this area. Huh. Oh, BKB. No, can't combine them. Okay, it's worth a shot. No, Harwood, we did not get a new dream when we snapped in that nappy bed. We ended up just sort of exiting the game, saving, coming back. And we didn't even get to see an old dream even. And you notice he's not trying to follow me. None of these robots are trying to follow me this time. Were there any documents added after you got the disc? Good question. Let me find out. Close you. Open the Explorer. Refresh. Nope, no new files. Still good. I wonder if you had to do it off the computer that was back there with them. Maybe. Maybe so, Juno. I will go back and see. Because I don't remember there being any other, like, major computer other than the one that gave us the code for the safe. And, yeah, I think that was about it. So, like, there's all these blank robots here. But they weren't turned on. Maybe. We'll go back to the outpost and find out. Hello again. No. Wait, you are the prophet, right? You You called it my prophecy earlier. Which means built into my programming. Your what? My programming? Nope. And unfortunately, that computer is turned off for good. The one that gave us the clue about documents. Okay. Well, let's give Juno's point a try. Go back to the mines and see if we can interact with the computer there with the disk. But I believe we were supposed to make the backup somewhere else and bring it to him back there. I could be wrong, though. Weirder things have happened. Oh! This computer is now on because we restored power to this place. Backup system 1.0, please insert disk. Backup request denied. Dormitory assignments are not up to date. Please configure the residential tracking machine to continue. Oh, fart nuggets. So we need to know which units have a power cell, which one was the infirmary, and which ones had a robot assigned to them. That's gonna be our configuration and what we need to do there. All right. God. I knew that those dormitory numbers were gonna come into play somehow, but that's exactly what it was. Excuse me. All right. Really? Why can't it? Come on. Let me fast travel. There we go. And we'll go to the dormitories, where I will write down the configuration. We'll go all the way over to the side. Wait a minute. What side am I on? And we'll start from one side and work our way to the other. This should be 118. Cool. Alright, this is as far over as we go, 119. So, 119. Does it have a power cell? Yes. And they will all each only have one thing assigned to them. Do you need any assistance? Nope, we're good. Let's see, this one does not have a power cell. Nor a robot assigned to it, it looks like. And it's also not a dormitory. This one is 113. 113, it looks like, is blank. Because remember, blank was an option. 118 does not have a power cell, but it does have a robot. Do a little robot symbol there. And he's stationed here. He even confirms that in his speech. He's stationed to this building. And then this would be the infirmary, 112. 112 is the infirmary. 117 no power cell. No robot. Blank. And last but not least, 110, which has a robot in it, but it's dead, so maybe robot stationed, maybe blank. One of the two. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Definitely no power cell. And now we travel back to Lookout Point. Okay. Interesting. How neat that they... Doing real life code cracking, real world code cracking has always been super interesting to me. Which is why I love the Nonary game so much, and games like this, and Pony Island, and shit like that. It really kind of engages your brain in a sideways capacity, and sideways solutions are my favorite solutions. Okay, we'll go with robot. 118 robot, 115 blank, 119 power. Ta-da! Perfect! Map reconfiguration complete. And insert the disk, which should back up the profit bot. Writing to disk, 26% complete, 34% complete, 40% complete, 100% complete. Cool. So all that walking around wasn't necessarily for nothing. We needed to do all that to get back over here and redo the disk. Ah. Are you okay? Sure. So I guess it worked? Yes. I believe a proper introduction is in order. I am the prototype, originally named ProfitBot 1.0. I was built to greet the savior of the old world. Wait, a profit robot like ProfitBot 2.0? Hey, I was right about you guys looking alike. Well, the ProfitBot out there now is a gross simplification of my design. That is to say, he is much more primitive by comparison. Embarrassingly so. He seemed alright to me. You don't understand? He's kind of a dick. He was tailor-made for this much smaller, simpler world to begin with. I was not. I was built before the real world ended. The real world? Alright, you don't know. Niko, do you remember the end? Excuse me? The fact that you found me at all means this is not your first time in this world. You have already been summoned to this world once before. In fact, you have already traversed the entire world and went through the tower already. And in the end, you either put in the sun, or you didn't. What matters is that you are here now. I love that it doesn't necessarily have to commit to an ending to keep going here. Tim has successfully bypassed the OneShot protocol and brought you back again. Oh. I thought something was weird. When I woke up at the house, I called out Tim. And then back at the other robot, I even asked Tim if we met before. It felt like such a dumb question at the time, and he actually told me that I did. To some extent, you already have. It's just this weird feeling, okay? I don't actually remember going through the world before. I just remember Tim. And it's really starting to freak me out, you know? Calm down. Don't throw a spark. Just remember, just like how my memories were locked away, yours are too. You're a living being. You don't need extra hardware to remember. Just close your eyes. I'll kick you in the teeth. I mean, focus. Try to picture a big room made entirely of glass. No matter what you saw in the tower, the top room never changes. Oh, right. He was trapped in the glass room at the top of the tower. We focus. Back at the top of the tower. At the top of the elevator. Where we found the sun. No way. I was there. Wasn't I? At the tower. I've been through the tower. There you go. I can't remember all that much, but the room with the sun, it feels like such a long time ago. Literally yesterday. It doesn't make any sense. If I already finished the mission, why didn't anything change? Why doesn't anyone know me? The other prophet bot, the robot lady, none of them remember who I am. Of course not. The residents here do not have that capacity. NPC memories do not last beyond the scope of a single session. NPC? Why is he calling them NPCs? You know, the characters, the world's residents. All their past memories are built into their code, but the characters themselves don't really exist until Tim wills it. Same story for the world itself. Doesn't really exist until Tim initiates the program. The what? The world machine. The window. We're all in it right now. So we're not real? Oh, you are. which is why you're so important. The biggest flaw of the program is that it cannot be run independently. It requires the mental processing abilities of a real person from another universe. Think of it like one of your dreams. When you wake up, it's gone. But unlike a dream, this world has a physical location inside a computer, which Tim operates. For this world to continue existing, Tim has to have constant contact with you. Like the sun. You remember when we left the sun with Maze, and we left it out of our sight. We were no longer in constant contact with it. The sun stopped working. So, we are to Niko as Niko is to the sun. Without one, the other does not exist. Exactly, Juno. If Tim ends the program, the world goes into a stasis. Does Tim know this? Of course. From Tim's perspective, the world machine isn't all that special. It's no different from other recreational game-type software they may have installed on their computer. They can also regenerate the world as many times as they like, now that the restriction is nullified. So there we have it. Now that we have beaten the one-shot protection, we can replay the game over again if we so choose. All that is consistent is what their concept of what a computer game looks like. You're blowing my mind, man. What am I supposed to save if everything is just fake? Fake is a harsh word, but why did Tim never tell me anything about any of this? I cannot speak for God. I just want to go home. But every time Tim runs the program, I come right back here. Correct. Is this why I feel like... Is this why it feels like I haven't been home in so long? Maybe. Once you've established a mental link with the world, you cannot break it unless the world is saved. But at this point, the world can never be truly saved. That's... Why would you create a world like this? Wait. What? Why would you make a world that's doomed from the beginning? Why do you keep bringing me back to it? Aren't you supposed to be a kind God? Oh, it appears we have some confusion here. Tim did not build the world, Niko. Oh. Tim only owns the machine capable of generating the world from pre-existing code. They actually have fairly limited control of the world's events. The world is built by someone else altogether. Someone you cannot begin to fathom. This genius man who deigned necessary to come down from the gods and make a game for you. Just go ahead and fondle the developer's balls while we're at it. It was also not designed to be the futile quest that it is now, but too many things went wrong. There's a type of signal disruption he never expected. It's eating away at the world, slowly rendering it into an unrecognizable mess. Even if you bring back the sun, it will not go away. The pixels, the glitch. I remember those from before. Wait, sorry, wrong voice. Then you know what to watch out for. Also, are you making fun of me? The creator knows what might be causing it, but there is nothing he can do. Until now. You managed to find me after all. You being here was due to his help. Oh, I guess it did have something to do with the journal. Correct. Looks like he wants to have one final attempt at fixing it, and he might need to do it through you. Niko, do you remember how to get to the Glen? Whatever you did in your last session, you should stick with it for now. The boat, the sponge, and the robot. But the robot has all those squares all over it. Oh, then whatever you must do, you must find a new boat. There can be plenty of machine parts around the Barrens that can be repurposed. Sigh. You seem enthusiastic. That was sarcasm. Knowing everything isn't real, it really does make it feel kind of pointless. But you do want to go home, right? Yeah, but how will I know this isn't just another... Because this session might be the last... What? The creator is mobilizing things, throwing everything into one last shot. There might not be enough internal resources left for Tim to be able to generate another session after this. Just go find a new boat for now, but please, be careful. I will meet you at the docks later. I need to take care of something first. Oh! Hey, are you okay in here? You've been in here for like 5 hours. I did what I could on the terminals for now, and oh my god! It's you. You're the robot that insisted on living in the mines, are you not? My friend told me to keep an eye out for you, so we have a cross paths. Likewise, your friend gave me something the last time you saw each other. Can you show me what it is? Wait, you know about that amber piece? I just asked to see it, didn't I? Alright, here it is. Because she hadn't given it to me yet. Thought so. He seemed to trust you, so I will treat you as an ally as well. Okay, whatever. Please listen carefully. You need to escort the Messiah through for the remainder of the Barrens. I predict a high concentration of square particle disruptions in the near future. No fucking way. Yes, fucking way. It's likely that the structures in the vicinity of the Messiah might be affected, making it far more treacherous pilgrimage than the previous, expectations. Tim and the Messiah will need all the extra help they can get right now. Understood. Okay. Whatever the fuck that means. Even without the squares, the mines are not a safe place to be, so come on, let's just leave. She left. If you were going to ask her about not being real, save your breath. None of the people here know their eternal predicament. In fact, I don't think they can even comprehend it. It would be in your best interest to just pretend like we never had this conversation. Causing mass confusion in the world's residents would likely result in unfavorable conditions for you. Wait, what about you then? How did you know? We never had this conversation, remember? So, would that be... I remember it. What happened in the tower. What I tried to do and how you managed to see through it all. We have been through this before. Even though it was only supposed to run once, you still managed to come back. How did you come back? How did you bring Niko back? And then you even managed to break out of bounds, bringing Niko to places he should never have been. It was him, wasn't it? And now, Niko is upset. What even happened in that room back there? What did Niko learn? Niko is upset. I can feel it. I told you to turn back, but you've chosen to trust that man over me. Not even that. Just his book. His ghost. The world is not real. The people in it, not real. Niko is upset. Niko is... No. Everything is wrong. Huh. And so the destruction begins. What are we going to do? Wait. Ride me. I saw this coming, but this is suddenly a bit more complicated. Both of you, follow me. We're gonna go to the back way out. Seems like he had an alternate solution. Now the funny thing is, the entity could not see us inside of this place. Okay, all of us are here. There's an emergency exit behind my computer terminal. We did not want anyone to stumble upon this route, so the terminal has been weighed down. It cannot be moved by normal means, but with our combined effort, it might budge. Maybe. If that doesn't work, we might need to dig around it, and you could just ask, you know. I'm like super strong. Woo! See? Totally. Did that no problem. Show off. Why don't you guys just get along? Okay, cool. We made it to the minecart. Fucking cat hair. Get off my beard. Nah. And we hop inside. There wasn't any data on this path in the server room. It's new. I just made it with my brain powers. And they're gonna walk behind me once again. I tried. I really tried, but destabilizing. I'm sorry, Niko. I tried to protect you. I can't hold it off forever. What was that? Here too. Watch out! Oh shit. Silver. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I can still hold it up, but you two need to get out of here now! You, Robot Man, run! Come on. But what about her? It's too late for her. God! Ow! Come on. No. You have to take this. The memory disk, but... Eek! This is where we part ways. Niko, the path ahead will lead you to the Glen, right by the city gate. When you're in the city, go find someone named Cedric. Give him the disc. But what happens if I go? It's too late for the Barons. The Barons is gone. Niko, we really don't have time to stop and chat. Like, if you want to focus, let's focus on the move. I don't understand. The world, the Prophet Bot, what was he saying? Is this world really just a game? It is. Normally I wouldn't believe it, but it makes so much sense. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. If I can't fix the world, if I can't go back home. But the world is already so messed up. If the squares don't get fixed, what will happen to this world? Where would I even go? Our little cat boy's so lost. So lonely. We kind of need to keep moving because the pixels are coming. The pixels are coming. The pixels are coming. And he fell asleep in the cart. But it looks like we've gone from the blue sands of the Barrens. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The blue sands of the Barrens to the green sands of the Glens and the red sands of the Refuge. Holy fuck you. The names and the colors correspond. Wait a second. Red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. Those are light colors. Red, green, and blue are light colors. They're the colors of light. You put all three of them together and you get white. And the game is pixely. Oh, fuck you, except when Niko has a dream. And then there was that one part where Niko comes out of the dream and then goes all pixely when he wakes up and comes back into our world. Like, I don't know if that's just a neat coincidence, but that's really interesting. But none of that really matters now, does it? I just got brought back anyway. Back to the Glen again. And we made it. We're in the Glen. But parts of the ground are missing. I wonder if it's okay to walk on the vines. All right, we made it. And we need to go inside. I have lost communication with the guardian outside the city gate. The big robot with the scroll, right? I cannot leave my station. Oh. Oh, okay, we need to go there first. Gotcha. Cool. We'll go there first. The big guardian outside of the city gate. Oh, farts. And that was the way into the refuge, but we're not going to be able to go that way because, unfortunately, the robot with the scroll is glitched. Okay. I'm noticing that the clovers seem to have a direction for us. And it's a bed. Yes, Niko. Take a nap. Which closes the game, of course. And wait for it to sync. Open back up. Okay, no dream. Interesting. The bridge is broken. Yep, of course, the bridge is broken. But I can walk on the vines. Does that mean I'm able to go to... Nope, not that way. No, not that way either. Was there... Fuck. Another way to the city gate? This is the way we came in. Because we can't go across the bridge. And there's nothing in here except this. Unless there's... No, I can't do anything with the journal because these are all just regular clovers, not special signal clovers. And I can't approach him to get his clothes until further notice. Okay, well, now that I've found out that he's covered in a glitch, let's go back in here and see if we can confirm it with him. Hi. Yeah, we found your friend. He's all glitched out. That's why that is outside my capacity for help. You may proceed deeper into the ruins. Cool. So we just had to establish, oh wait, you're not gonna be able to go to the city that way because he's now covered in glitches. And glitches be bitches, ram yum. That's also glitched out, so I'm not gonna be able to go to find the sister. At least not that way. I can't make it over there because the debris is blocking me. Oh, never mind. But that door is blocked by a glitch, so we can't go that way. Coming over here was just a red herring. The game seems to be a lot more linear this time around, which I'm actually kind of grateful for because it would be very easy to get stuck, to end up running around everywhere trying to find all the dialogue and figure out what is different when this time it seems to be just funneling you in the direction you need to go. I really haven't had to do a lot of exploring off the path it walks me down. And we find her again. You're here to see me. What happened to you? I need to concentrate. The islands will collapse. Oh. She's kind of rooted herself even more to stop the islands from collapse, and that's why the vines are growing everywhere and connecting all the islands, literally holding the land together. Should I leave the sun here for you? I know you wanted to see it one more time. Tempting, but I mustn't. The sun brings me comfort, but stress is good. This fear is good. Keeps me strong. Makes vines grow faster. But if I'm at ease, the vines, they might retreat. They're all in danger, Savior. Hi, Chad Lewin. Welcome. Glad you could rejoin us. And you are not late, sir. You arrived just when you mean to. The villagers, the children. My final hours. They mustn't go to waste. Oh, thank you so much for the host, Spool. I appreciate it. Auto host or not. My people deserve to live. Even if for just another day. Do not worry. I'll be fine. And notice that I came here with all of my stuff this time. I didn't have to dump any of it. The wet sponge soaked in acidic cleaning solution. The crowbar, the memory disk with the backup data on it. All of it we got to keep this time. The rubber gloves, the gas mask, which we probably don't need, but we have. And I guess now we'll retrace our steps and see if any of the pixels have retreated anywhere. Maybe replaced with new vines. What about maybe over the bridge? Back to the city. Back towards the village that's, you know. Oh. Nope. It was bingo on the stairs. Okay. I was like, but this pixel door. No, it wasn't the door that was pixelated. Okay. Exiting it is. And we saw that unfortunately our big scroll friend is covered. Nope. Farts. Bridge is still broken. Was there something? I wonder if we're supposed to give her the sun and make the vines retreat for one reason or another. I feel like that's just fucked up enough to actually be what you have to do. I don't know. Like I said, the game seems to be doing kind of a good job of landing you where you need to be at the right time. So, like, we had to reach her for a reason other than just to have that bit of dialogue. There has to be something we can do with her. Right? Oh. Pathways blocked by blocks. Oh, wait a minute. I remember. To kick it out of the way. Yes. Ow, ow, my foot, ow, ow. And we found the children, whose home is blocked off by the pixel door. We knew we'd lose our home eventually, Squawk, but I wonder if it's expecting it to happen so soon. Oh, jeez. Are you guys okay? Oh, my stars. You're the savior. I wouldn't expect to see you for another, like, 15, 20 minutes. It's an honor to meet you. I'd invite you inside, but as you can see, our home is a little, what? It's got squares in it. Yes, Alula, thank you. It's getting everywhere now, isn't it? The squares, they're way more than before. Even the gate to the refuge is destroyed now. That didn't happen last time. Last time? What? You didn't hear that. Guess I should introduce myself again. My name is Niko. Niko! Oh gosh, would it be rude not to call you by name? Don't worry, Calamus, you said that last time. How did you know my name? Messiah. Yeah, totally the Messiah. The Messiah just knows things. Thank you. Thank you, Alula. Yes, of course, Alula. That's fucking funny. So you were saying about the gate? Looks like I can't get in the city through the old gate anymore. Do either of you know a second way in? I remember, I heard there was some sort of hidden passage around here somewhere. Oh, the passage to the burial grounds. No. I am not going through some goddamn Indian burial ground to get to the city. That is bad. That is really bad. I know what happens there. Bad things happen there. It's been flooded for a long time and there's no boat. Not to mention the burial grounds itself is pretty far from the city. Mark. It's okay. I'd still like to see it. It's the only lead we have after all. All right, in that case, please follow us. Flap, 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 flap. I just love the idea that they're big, overgrown birds. We didn't get to come here last time with all their hanging laundry, and they actually have alternate clothes. That's neat. So that way you see they do wear the same thing every day. It's just separate sets of the same thing. At least the courtyard is unaffected for now. I'd hate for my laundry to spoil. We usually get to the burial grounds through our friend, but he hasn't been here in forever. Normally this courtyard would be where we get up. With their friend? Oh! It's a ball. That's mine. It doesn't bounce around as much as it used to, though. But you remember those bells were used to attract the rams. It doesn't here. It's a clover. Oh. Another flash of a boy with a light bulb. Niko, what's wrong? You look like you're about to faint. It's happening again. It's not the first time it's happened. Earlier, when I was in the Barrens and I saw something like this too. It was like a dream, but only for a split second. Sounds like a vision. Something a prophet would see. Ah! The robot lady I was with earlier had a fancy word for it, though. Wait, let me check something. The journal. It's glowing again. Huh? When I had the vision back at the Barrens, the book started glowing then too. I wanted to see if I could get it to happen again, and where did you get that? Wait, where did you get that? Oh, I had it with me when I woke up in this world. It looks like one of our friends' books, except it's all glowy. That's what the lady said too. Let me see if I can do anything with the journal in this room. Bingo. And the journal lines up perfectly with the lines in this room. And where once there was nothing, now there is a boat. Ah, how did the boat get there? Okay, I'm pretty sure it has to do with this journal now. The exact same thing happened back at the Barrens. Seriously? The journal was glowing, so I wanted to take a closer look at it. And I found a page that looked like the drawing of the room we were in, and then, poof, minecart showed up. And now it's a boat. Tim must have done something. Still, that's pretty freaky deaky. But, come on, Calamus. Niko and Tim are with us. Well, if the gods made the boat appear, then sure we'll go. I see you get on the boat. And now the three of us are traveling to the next destination. Interesting. So I'm bringing most of my friends with me this time on our adventures. Yes, that was surprising, Chad. I had a feeling things would be different this time around. How different they've been, though, has been really cool. Why do all of these burial grounds have a light bulb? It's a gravestone. 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 You don't suppose these are previous bearers of the light, do you? Mom, you're not gonna believe what happened today we met the Messiah and... This is where their mom is buried. It's a gravestone. This is her grave. It's been years, but it's still hard. Mark! Sigh. Halula, wanna help me to look for some flowers for Mom? Yes! I just got a really bad feeling. Like... Thank you, Chad. A really bad feeling about where we're gonna find our next batch of pancakes. I hope I'm wrong. It's you! My name is Niko. Ah! Nice to finally meet you. No, wait. It's a pleasure to be of acquaintance at last, Niko. My name is Cedric. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking for you too. I am aware. Prototype had contacted me earlier, saying that you would be on your way to the city. He did? He sent me a message after his memories were restored. Oh, right, we did that. He told me to wait in the city, but I thought it'd be faster for me to pick you guys up. Turns out, that was a terrible idea. Pick us up? Wait, you can fly that plane? What is a plane? That big thing behind you. Oh, you mean my aerial device. Yeah, they're called airplanes in my world. Oh. Well, yes, quite. I did not realize they existed in other worlds. That makes it much less remarkable now. Is this the same flying machine they were talking about? I do not know of anyone named Calamus or Alula. I think they are meant to be friends with my father. In previous iterations of your father? He was the original owner of the flying machine. It's one of his greatest inventions, actually. Your dad invents planes? Flying machines. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Thanks. But to answer your earlier question, I am proficient in operating the machine. But something weird happened to the engine while I was in the air earlier. I had to make an emergency landing on this tiny island before I crashed into the city wall. Almost crashed? That's terrible. Well, it's not pleasant, I admit. Yeah, I wonder if the engine problem has to do with the square particle disruptions. I checked, but there isn't any of that square stuff inside my machine itself. But I noticed some islands in the Glen are really looking fucked up now. It's true, things are looking a little bad. Guess I should have listened to Proto in the first place. Say, where is the little boy? He said he was coming with you. Is he still back at the main islands? About Proto. I don't think he's gonna make it. There was a cave-in and more pixels, and he and Silver were kind of taken. No. Yes. He did give me the disc he pulled from his own head. Oh, thank goodness. He gave you his main drive. As long as I have this, I should be able to bring him back to life. It will be hard, but yes, I need all three of us for the big door. But first things first, we need to find a way to go to the city. The city gate's kind of kaput now. It's covered in the pixels and stuff. If this machine was working, we could just fly right in there. I've isolated the issue with the machine, but I can't repair it with the stuff I have on hand. The battery in the machine is dead, and the engine has some gears that need to be replaced. Okay, so we need a battery and some gears. The problem is the Glen isn't exactly a very high-tech area. I'm not sure you'll be able to find anything so specialized here. Oh well, we'll try anyway. We can do anything when we put our minds to it. I wonder... I mean, we're probably going to end up having to use some of the items that we have already in new ways to make a battery and some gears. How? But we'll find out. Here's another crowbar to go with my regular crowbar. Oh, man. I wish it was a propeller that was missing, and then we just tie two crowbars together. It's stupid and completely unaerodynamic, but hey, it's a video game. Fuck it. Why not? At that point, you basically made a tire iron. Do you know where I can find some gears? Gears? What's that? It's like a metal circle thing with teethies. A circle with teeth. That sounds so silly. Something like a magpie would have. The trader guy, he collects all sorts of funny stuff. I mean, he even keeps around broken glass and junk. The trader man. Oh, yes. I just hope that he's not covered in a glitch. We don't really use electricity in the Glen, but there are some robots at the research station. And where they end up purifying the water. So we need to get back over to the other side. I'm guessing, Chad, and you can tell me whether or not I'm right. Hi, Dari, welcome. That it will be at the research station and back over with the trader, right? We just need to find a way to get there. Unfortunately, that's blocked off. Can't go that way. Oh, and you guys may notice that I finally got the chat app working so that everyone can speak to everyone. If you care to look inside the window, the Twitch chat and the YouTube chats have been integrated together in such a way that everyone should be able to see everyone's conversations by looking on the chat window. And it even works with emoji too. Or at least most of them anyway. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. No, you steal the generator. What? Like the generator for this whole sector? Well, that would suck. Okay, we're back out on the top side. And nope, still can't go anywhere. Yay! Fuck. We'd never mind you, Dari, my friend. You're always welcome. We're playing a little game called OneShot tonight, and it is fascinating. I'm going through my second run tonight, so this is a little bit of a new game plus type scenario, which is why we're not quite talking about the story as much as we did last night because new things are happening. But if somebody in chat would be so kind as to oblige you with a recap, that would be awesome. So let me try going back down here. A wheel with teeth. I have something to ask of you. It looks like most of the bridges around the glen are broken and... Yeah, can you fix them? Yes, awesome! Bridges are in very specific locations, over water. Need to find the right points. The vines must be strong, too. But possible. I intend to use the last of my strength. Please, stand back. The good news is that, Chad, I see them immediately. Because I'm actually looking at two separate windows of the live YouTube and Twitch chat. She died. She's gone. But she did it. So now the bridge to the city should be, or the village rather, should be connected. And for anyone who is actually watching live, you can actually go into the YouTube chat yourself and be able to chat live there too. But for the purposes of video watching, yeah, it does take a second because what happens is I'm streaming through Restream.io, which adds 2 seconds of delay. And then it has to come back through the chat app of Restream.io, which adds yet another 2 seconds of delay. So it probably is about 4 seconds between you hitting enter and it popping up right there below. Okay, and if the bridge is fixed, I should be able to go right now. Beautiful. Thank you. That is so sad. Maze the forest spirit is dead now. And with the last of her strength, she allowed us to continue on our mission. The bridge to the forest was just restored. The village of Akui should be able to find better fishing spots here. The plant spirit is really looking out for us, isn't she? Yeah, about that. Also, I noticed that there are a lot fewer of these phosphorus trees this run. Like they've been over-farmed again. Because remember, they were under, like, federal endangerment. They were federally endangered and under protection. That bridge isn't going anywhere. So I guess we'll go back to the village. The land fragmentation is happening faster and faster now, but Looks like the vines are slowing it down. For now. Sigh, we won't last long, will we? The sun can't fix the squares. The sun can't restore the land. This was the little girl that was running around catching fireflies for her mommy before. The island has more moss covering than our village did. It'd be nice to build a settlement here, but it's too late now, I guess. Oh, you're the trader guy. Sure am. You here to trade? Because if you are, I've got bad news for you. A lot of my stuff's back in my cart, which was sadly abandoned when I was running for my life. So my collection is very limited right now. Managed to grab some of my favorite things before I left, though. Do you have anything like gears or a battery? Gears? Like mini metal spinny things? I don't think I have anything like that. Wait, I do have this box thing you can wind up and play a song. A music box. I'll bet it does have gears in it. But I'm not sure I want to trade it away. It's one of my favorite things. Oh, what am I saying? You're the savior. Things have been getting bad around here lately. If I don't help you, I might not even be around much longer. You need this to save the world, right? Take it. Music box. A wind-up music box that also has that clover symbol on it. We can't combine it. Can't combine it. Just in case. Nope. Okay. Worth a shot. What about you? What a day. It's our demonic goat. Demonic ass goat. Still creepy. Let's see here. Looks like the glen is deteriorating faster than ever now. Oh, hello, Messiah. Would you like some stew? I made enough to feed the whole village, literally. Because there's only a couple of you left. Also, hey, Queen. Welcome. Uh-oh. That way is blocked off. That's a door over there that I can't get to. And our village was ransacked by squares not too long ago. Squares are bad news, man. Nobody likes those stupid squares. So, other than getting the music box, coming back to the village was actually kind of a bust. Unless, blanket covered in shiny things, still kind of sad I lost most of my stuff. I wonder if there's a place, another place that I can go to out in the wilderness where I'll be able to find his missing cart. What's so interesting is that this game is super good at utilizing fourth wall breaking aspects by talking and befriending you, but that also no one knows the real gender of Niko. I thought they referenced her as a girl at one point. Maybe I was wrong. I feel like they called her Niko a girl. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The gender of Niko, you're right, isn't important. What matters is that you care for the cat. And I do. I think it's really neat that this game separates the two. Separates you as the player from you as the character. Also here we found the research. Great. Great. I'm looking for a battery. I have a battery integrated into my system. It cannot be used to power up the things. Okay, so we can't get the battery from the robots. But as far as this is the main generator of the glen, would you happen to know I can find a battery for a flying machine? It's kind of an emergency. I do not know what a flying machine is, but any sort of large machinery will require a high capacity power cell. For example, the one in this room. Yeah, we did. Wait, if we take the battery from here, all of you guys would lose power. Negative. This is the only battery in the glen powerful enough to be used as a standalone unit. If it is a dire situation, then you what you must. And I guess we end up leaving the glen without power. Which shuts down all the water facilities here and all the robots. But I guess, I mean, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, right? So we got ourselves a battery, and we got ourselves a music box. I wonder... You're right, Harwood, that was in the factory back at the beginning. that these robots will abide by the laws of robotics, meaning that if it means to save a human life, a robot will sacrifice itself. I have a battery and I have a music box. Do I need to do anything else to the music box in order to extract the gears from it, or can I just go ahead and take them back over to the flying machine? Also, I'm not going to the right way of the flying machine. Am I? Am I going to the right way of the flying machine? I don't think I am. Yes, I am. Thank you for bringing that up, Dari. That's actually something that we'll need to keep playing sometime in the future. Now that the glut of video games that's coming out right now, it's kind of subsided for a bit. I think we have enough time to go back and play more Detroit and finish up that story. Get the real ending. Get another ending. Another real ending. Okay, let's go try and plug our stuff into the flying machine. I beat it one way, Dari, but I didn't get an ending that I was really satisfied with. The research station? Yeah. It was powering all the robots there. I feel bad for taking it. Ah, yes. We can always just give it back later. We still need a few gears to put this engine together. Please do what you can to find some. We found a music box. It should have gears in it, right? I assume so, but this looks like one of the ones that my father made. Wait a minute. His father is the Clover man, the author. My father makes a lot of things. Where did you get this from, by the way? A trader from the village gave it to me. I see. I remember father saying he used to trade with some people here. He did always love traveling this world despite, well... Oh, sorry, I started rambling again. The gears in there are compatible with the engine, although it pains me to have to take it apart. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's fine. Never you mind, just a childish dream broken apart and reassembled once again. Do you mind keeping me company right here while we repair the engine? Slow, painful, and arduous work, but we will make it. The connectors of this battery were not designed for the engine, so I have to shift around some of these ports. And there's this bolt that gets connected to the leg bolt, and the battery gets connected to the open port, and we make sure that the plane's gonna fly so we don't crash in the ocean. What will happen once we get there? We need to bring Proto back first, and then we need to find one more person. You may have already met her, actually. Do you remember her from the last time you were in this world? Oh! It's, Silver. Dr. Silverstein, Dr. Silverspoon, Dr. Silvershot, Dr... She's a... fox. Oh. Wait a minute. He doesn't mean... He means Rue. The memories are still a little blurry, but I see. It's just hard, you know? Proto told me to think of this world like a dream, but then I get so caught up with, and I kind of forget. I forget that everything here is supposed to be not real, and then I remember, and then I just get really sad. I know this is for me to go home, but knowing that none of it really mattered in the first place is just demotivating. Proto told me not to ask anyone in this world about this, saying how they don't understand, but what about him? How did he know? How did you know? How aren't you guys all supposed to be code? I'm not sure what even to believe anymore. I wish Rue were here. He doesn't ask stupid questions. She's so much better at explaining this sort of thing. I'm doing a terrible job of it. I bet Proto was even less tactful, wasn't he? I'm afraid I must risk sounding callous, but please, you need not concern yourself with how real everything is. For now, the plan is already in motion, and we cannot allow for distractions. Father is putting everything into this one last run of the world. Last chance for him to fix everything. Your father is involved in the Worlder machine? You could say that. The acceleration of the square particle anomalies was not accounted for at all, though. The patch was only to accommodate the normal rate they appear, but they're accumulating at frightening speeds now. Proto even lost his body. Thankfully, he gave you his disc just in time. What happens to anyone that gets caught by the squares? I only know that it's bad. Well, you know how the simulation works, right? How everything is code. Specifically, everything generated from pre-existing code. The squares can cause damage to that code. Most of the time, irreversible damage. Father has lost some friends in the previous iterations of this simulation. It took him forever to develop the current, much more stable version. Like patches of a patchwork. So, in this case, the author would be the developer. Kind of. Did he? Yes. But how? If everyone in this world is code, how can he build himself? That's not really what happened. Like I said, you shouldn't concern yourself with that now. All right. Did Prototype ever tell you about the old world? He did say something about being built to greet the Messiah of the old world, and I was too caught up in the other stuff to think about it at the time. So you know of it, at least. Here we go. My father, myself, the other two, none of us are part of the simulation itself. Our home world, the real world, was actually destroyed a long time ago. In the years leading up to the calamity, scientists from all over the world tried to stop it, but the outlook was bleak. Also, I just noticed that he has glasses and also goggles. So he's got goggles to go on top of his glasses. That's pretty goddamn funny. A vague prophecy about a Messiah from another world became everyone's last bastion of hope. That's the second kind of bastion-y reference that I've seen there. Prophetbot Prototype was built to predict the future about the specifics of this Messiah. But as his predictions turned out, the Messiah would not have been able to arrive to our world in time. In fact, the Messiah would not even have been born before our world ended. Disheartened, most people abandoned their research and resolved to peacefully live out their final years. But some people did just the opposite. Even though saving the world was impossible, they didn't want our existence to be in vain. And that's where my father came in. With the last of his resources, he built the most ambitious project yet. Oh, God. So much talking tonight. And my allergies are killing me. So much mold in the air recently. The World Machine. A large, detailed facsimile of the real world, generated from a pool of memories collected from everyone he knew. After a heavy amount of modification and an added narrative, my father was able to convert the entire structure into code. How did that code escape the old world? Oh, your karma syndrome. Neat. Okay, so I saw you come into Twitch at about like 7:30, and I missed that part of the chat, Chad. And I didn't get a chance. It was while the restream of Crash Bandicoot was playing. So there. Okay, excellent. Pleasure to have you in the Twitch chat now. I have no idea. What I do know is there is no equipment back home that was powerful enough to run the code independently. So aside from the standard hardware, it was needed to borrow. It also needed to borrow the mental processing abilities of a living person. Father used himself for that during the initial testing phases. Like I said, it took many iterations for him to make the experience stable enough. Like going through an alpha and a beta and patches and patches and patches. And testing and QA and yada yada yada. But as you can see, even now, his code is breaking down. Father caught on to the issue in the last minute, but did not have enough time to fix it. And now, like a freakazoid, he is sucked into the internet and zapped in cyberspace. Yes, the operator. The operator would then generate the universe using code, becoming God in the process. So Tim is the living person you needed to borrow. No, that would be you. But why me? And I wasn't living before that. Niko wasn't anyway. We really need to get going. So no more questions. It is fixed. We can leave in the next 5 minutes if you are ready. All right. I understand if you are upset, but please try to understand. My father is doing this to help all of us. And that includes you, Niko. The fact that you can't even go back home. I'm sure it upsets him greatly. It's... Sigh. This world means a lot to him, you know? So how does flying work, exactly? Wait, didn't you say these machines exist in your world already? You should know what to expect. Not really. I'm kind of a kid. I don't really know a lot about science and stuff, and now I'm burping everywhere. Well, a word of precaution before we take to the air. Please try not to panic. It takes a few minutes to get used to, but it's not all that bad once you're in the air. I'll try. Oh, I should probably tell Calamus and Alula where we're going. You mean those two running over here right now? Niko! Bad news. The boat is gone. What? It's the squares. It looks like they're headed in this direction. What? Fast. Oh no. Get in the plane. Everyone. Now. Wait. Bird people. Can you fly? See, doesn't seem to be in immediate danger. Then it is of priority that I take you to the city first, Niko. But what about them? I can make a detour later and drop you guys off in the city too if you want. The city is better equipped to handle the squares. You'll be safer there. You're taking us to the city? If you wish. Oh, yeah! All right. I will be back here in an hour, so please, wait until then. Are you sure you'll be fine right here? Mm-hmm. The squares are still moving pretty slowly for now. Hopefully it'll take less than an hour to swallow us whole. Ah! Okay, I'm ready to go. All right. Into my flying machine. And we fly towards the refuge. And our final stop along the way. So, real quick, we're going to take ourselves a short break. But before we do, there was something that I wanted to run by Chad now that he's here. Something that I realized when we were going from the blue sands of the Barrens to the green sands of the Glen, and now to the red sands of the refuge. Those are all the colors of pixels. RGB. Not only do the colors correspond to the cities, RGB, Refuge, Glen, Barrens. But those are light colors. Those are the colors of mixing light together to be able to create white light in any other color. To be able to play this game right now, I need red, green, and blue light made into pixels. And then there was also that part about Niko's drawn dream versus Niko's pixelated in-game form. And this just sort of thoughts that are roiling around in the old noodle right now, and it's interesting that this game is making me think in that way. And then there's also a lot of consistency in loss and recovery from loss in this game. I see us being pushed in an emotional direction that I don't think we're gonna like. But we'll find out what that is in just a couple of minutes. You're watching this on twitch.tv/Leftwich. My name is Leftwich. We'll be right back. Don't you dare go anywhere. Bye. So before the break, we made it back to the refuge and our red city. You, okay there? Yes, we're actually fine. That was the coolest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Reactions from first timers are always delightful to watch. Hey, Tim, that was really fun. Did you have fun too? I mean, you weren't on the plane with me, but you got to watch it at least, right? And Cedric? Yes. Thank you. What for? Flying. Oh, you're welcome. And for answering my questions back there too. I know it can be kind of annoying, but you telling me all about the world machine, and I'm really sorry what happened to your old world. So I'll help you the best that I can. And even if it's all just a machine, this world is still nice. I mean, I got to fly, I got to see the ocean, and I got to meet a lot of nice people. People like you. I'm Prototype. even if he's broken right now. I'm glad you're taking it so well, Niko, and I'm glad that we have met as well, despite the circumstances. And speaking of Proto, I should probably head off now. I need to go pick up the siblings, too. That's true. The two have been waiting for a while now. In the meantime, do you remember what to do to get to the surface? We have to fix the button. You should attend to that then. Let's meet up here in an hour, okay? All right, let me just... Oh, no! Well, bugger it all. They're trapped on the island. Calamus, Alula, they're... We don't have much time left. Niko, change of plans. Give me the memory disk. Listen carefully. It's likely I'll be targeted again, so we'll split up to keep you safe. I want you to find a door under a large clock. The room behind it houses a pair of ground access elevators. Once you get to the ground, immediately find Rue and bring her back to the room. She will know what to do in the meantime. What about you, though? I'm gonna bring Prototype back. Away! Are you okay? What? Are you okay? Don't worry, I have a parachute. Don't scare me like that. Hey, Tim, let's do our best, okay? And so we're off again inside of the refuge. My apologies. I couldn't really watch stuff, the chat and stuff, because this plot was happening. This game's fucking neat. But yeah, we were talking during the break about, like, starting a stream, doing channels and stuff. And no, I don't really have, like, a kind of game that I play. Like everyone was saying, we tend to just play whatever tends to be good at the time, whatever interests me. Like, I happened to find this game on sale and read the description. It was super interesting, and so I decided to play it because we just finished playing Far Cry and Ni no Kuni 2, so I kind of had a free block of nothing to do right now until we end up getting Jackbox Party Pack 4, which, 5. Jackbox Party Pack 5, which we'll actually be able to play together, which is normally what we do on a Tuesday night, but I haven't really had a lot of those recently. And no, I hadn't noticed that, Chad, actually. That's interesting. The music is different here. Tim and I will help you fix it. Seriously? Oh, thank goodness. The evacuees are counting on this. On me. I've been here for hours and I can't figure out a thing. You know, the West apartments. The square stuff wrecked up the place yesterday. Right now everyone's crowded in the cafe. We really want to get everyone to the surface as soon as possible, though. The library on the surface doubles as a shelter for situations like this. Wait, did we find the magnets and stuff in the apartments? So then we're gonna have to find some other... Oh, no! Holy fudge! Looks like we'll need to find another way down altogether. Don't worry, we'll think of something. Oh, boy. So we're definitely not gonna be able to go down the regular way this time. I guess we'll go ahead and take another nap and let Niko save the game. The game closes, and we continue. And yes, Chad, excuse me. It looks like that's exactly where we're going to go, is straight back to the Fox. Because we can't really go anywhere else. The apartments are all kind of blocked. Wait, didn't we find the Fox in the apartments? That way's completely fucked. What was this way? The cat? No, this was the Clockman's apartment. Here we are at the 11th hour. Shouldn't you be with the other evacuees? Maybe. I wonder if the big clock has reached 0 yet. I want to be right here when everything ends. The room below the clock. You don't suppose that was it, do you? That's the room below the clock face. The screen is off. Oh, okay. Rue was in the back alley. My apologies. Wait a minute. These are lit now. And it's asking for a password. The word documents is on the screen above the password prompt. Once more, we dive into the documents. to find that my documents have been refreshed once again. These were brought back up at 10:32 p.m. So here we go. Let's update. Wait. Oh. But it's the same. Wait, are these the same? These are the same journal entries as before. Yes, Dan, they are. If you take all the bolded words in order, it ends up making the word solstice. But are these the same? Is it the same password? Because it looked like the files were updated. Maybe they weren't. As it turns out, it was the same password. Oh. This is what he was talking about. We're gonna need all the people for this. This one is blue. This elevator has no button panel. Tapping the door doesn't do anything either. Wait, there's a lever hanging from the ceiling. Can we reach the hip? Nope, can't reach it. What about with the crowbar? Nope. We should find something tall. Aw. Bye, Dan. We'll see you later. Sorry you can't hang out to the end, because this looks like it's gonna be really cool. Okay, we'll leave that for now, because it doesn't look like I have the tall thing that I need to be able to reach the lever. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Oh, that was my webcam. There we go. Sorry about that. Thank you, Juno, for reminding me. Oh, hey, he is way taller than us. Good point, Chad. And this is where we had the long inward talk about our mission here. And it was a giant loop. So it should end up, bringing us right back around here. Can I travel from here? You better believe I can fucking travel from here. Hey, I need your help. I've literally never seen another one in this area. It was in a locked room. Do they, work? Well, I mean, one of them has a lever. Because you're nice and tall. Oh, I guess I am. So, show me the way. But this is the cafe, actually. Let me just go in the cafe, because I haven't gone in here yet, and I don't want to leave without seeing everything that there is to see. Hello, not mom. You came at a bad time. The apartment in the west sector got destroyed by squares a day ago. Terrible, isn't it? But at least the evacuees seem to be doing okay. We're letting them stay here for now. And Child Wednesday, who still says nothing. Same as usual. Yep, that's the evil Pengu. Our bird friend and lamb. Dang it, I just moved into my apartment. Now where am I supposed to go? The lady and her robot. TV man. You know, now that you mention it, it is really chilly this time around. Good time you got a scarf, huh? And the pothead. I had to leave most of my plants behind. This stinks. Oh, speaking of plants, I heard the glen is just covered in vines now. Is that true? Yeah, the plant lady used the last of her strength to keep the land from falling away. You mean Maze? I figured. Say, how is she doing anyway? I haven't seen her in an age. Oh, she's dead, isn't she? She said she was using the last of her powers. I wouldn't be surprised. She always did her best to protect everyone. Hello. Jesus Christ. Now's not really the time to talk to penguins, Tim. Especially really, really creepy ones. Okay, so that was all just dialogue. There wasn't actually any items to get from there. Good to know. All right, back to the secret elevator room. How crazy is it that that clue was totally right to go to the room below the clock face? This is yet another clock face right here, but this is a countdown clock, like some sort of doomsday clock, and it wasn't lit up when we came here the first time. But it is now. So gives you the creeps, man. So, what did you need help with again? Can you reach that lever up there? Oh, right. Wait, I'm not that tall. Well, it's worth a shot. Wait, I can stand on your shoulders. Or I can stand on your shoulders. Nice. You coming? Now we got an elevator to the surface. And another awkward music-filled elevator ride. Oh, darn. Oh, really, Karma? Oh, man. I'll go get the evacuees, I suppose. And bring them. Oh no! What the hell is going on? It's the square stuff, isn't it? There aren't any in here, but I can hear them just outside the door. Hold on, maybe Tim and I. No, it's okay. The square's not inside the elevator yet. Let me just press the button and go. I'll figure something else out. Oh boy. So I guess now we're here. We made it down to the bottom, and this is the tower with the red X. That was so cool. That was so cool. This fucking game was, this is so cool. That may be something that I have to go back and get, Karma, because here's the thing. There is still yet another ending that we haven't seen. What happens when we sacrifice the sun? Please, you mustn't. The labs will collapse at any moment now. Let go of me. Oh, crap baskets. Cedric must have had to do something to Lady Silverstone. He stole. I couldn't stop him. Messiah. Oh, you came at an awful time. We have to get out of here. Where to? Where everyone else. I mean, I guess I could give her the same voice as her robot. Might as well. Where everyone else is right now. All the other evacuees, you mean? Or all the other people who are left here? Nope, the library. And we still have George number 5. Hello, Miss Silverpoint. I'm glad you made it back safely. Gosh, you should have told me where you were going. Sorry, George. Also, I see you found the Messiah. Hello, little one. We, ran into each other after this boy forced himself into the lab complex. I couldn't stop him. I don't know why he was being so insistent. He said he needed to go rebuild a robot. Oh, you know him? Yeah. Building a robot, you say? Could that be why he needed the book? Come again? A young man with white hair and green glasses ran in earlier. That would be Cedric. He said he needed a book from the back room. He said it was an emergency, too. Poor darling just looked so stressed out, so I gave him the book. I hope he's safe. Yeah, I hope he's all right, too. With any luck, maybe the lab complex can hold up long enough for him to... Uh-oh. The lab complex, no! That poor kid, no! I'm sorry about your friend. The last time he spoke, he told me to go look for someone on the surface. I need to get going. Sweetie, you know we can't just let you walk into danger. But George is right, you know. The squares seem to be targeting a lot of the weaker constructs in the city. Only the library has a structural integrity to withstand collapse. It's best if you stay here until things stabilize, however long that takes. But shut up! Get out of my way! Even if you do restore the sun, I'm not sure that will fix the squares. Aw, bye, Dari. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. Always a pleasure to have you. Sadly, not to mention even getting there is going to be hard. If the world is like this, there's no telling what's going on in the tower. And if anything bad happens to the Messiah, all of the people... Oh, that would be so dreadful, dear. Sigh. A friend of mine said something about this forever ago. It's better for the world to die naturally. No living being should have to carry that burden. At the time, I thought it was still her faulty code speaking. But now I'm starting to understand. Messiah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. All this time, we burdened you with our hope, our faith, blissfully ignoring the fact that you're just a child. Well, you're probably more scared than any of us, aren't you? We've been dealing with tragedy for so long, it's become background noise to us now, but for you, it must be so terrifying. And now you're stuck here with the rest of us, being held back by the very people you're being told to save. We must be so ungrateful. It's okay. When I first came to this world a long time ago, back then all I wanted to do was go home. Do you remember? The very first time? I'm not sure how far back it was for you, but I remember towards the end, I actually wasn't sure anymore about going home. Even knowing the world would be doomed eventually, I still wanted the people here to be happy, so when you told me to return the sun, I didn't even question it. But then I just came back. And then I found out the world being like this. And Prototype said to forget the things he told me. And Cedric said not to think about it too much. But I'm sorry for getting upset at you back at the mines. I thought for you to know all that, yet to continue doing this, it just seemed cruel. But then I realized something. You really wanted to save both the world and me. But at the end, you could only choose one, right? It is really hard for you too. It must be. If the world isn't broken, will that choice still be there? Do you still need to choose between one or the other? But even if it is, I really want to save this world. Even if it's more dangerous this time around. Even if so many nice people we met were taken. I'm not afraid anymore. That's why I think you guys should let me go. I promise I'll be okay. Oh, sweetie. I just noticed that George's 5 eyes are all kind of squinting at her. You are so brave. Even braver than most grown-ups. It wouldn't be right for us to keep you, wouldn't it? Besides, how can I say no to those puppy dog kitty cat eyes? Well, I guess if George is fine with it, I guess we should let you go now. But promise you'll be careful for us, okay? You guys be safe too. Should I? Nope. I can't go up topside, unfortunately. Darn. Okay. I guess we go back out into the city. And I'm guessing that now that we're able to access the rest of the refuge, we should try and go to the back alley now and find Rue. This was the aquarium shop where there's no aquarium gentleman anymore. The back alley was through here. And the ram door currently locked off. Okay, never mind. Can't go that way. That's the robot that was taken over before. Thankfully, that bit of pixelation hasn't spread further. And we're good here. This is 11th hour. Oh, really? So the name of the song is called 11th Hour, and then I want to say that clock face even mentioned something about it being the 11th hour. Also, I didn't see the fox. Also, I don't see the picture guy. Picture guy must be back in the refuge. See, if I remember right, this was, yep, the way to get to the tower. Did I? Shit. How did I pass it? I thought I explored everywhere in the alley. Am I just completely blind? That's totally possible. I am having to play this in windowed mode after all. Like very tiny, tiny windowed mode. Don't forget that. Is it these stairs? It's these fucking stairs, isn't it? Yep, found her. Rue the fox, whose forehead glows gold. Curiously enough. You're here, Niko. Are you Rue? Yes. Did you already meet the others? Yeah, but everything is in place then. Come on, let's go back to the clock room. What does she mean in place? Also, I guess now I can just go back to the elevator that brought us here. Oh, fuck. I guess it would be closer to the back alley, huh? Because it was up in the locked door room. Oh, right. The elevator back up was gone. So I can't actually get to the clock room right now because the elevator that we used last time isn't working right now. I remember that now. Farts. Locked door room. Because see, it was right here. And now that elevator is not working. So we can't get back up to the clock room that way. This door won't budge. Shit! That sucks. There's another you just... Oh, right! Oh! Duh! The one on this side of the thing. I totally forgot about that. And we made it back up. Where are the other two? Prototype and Cedric. They're supposed to be here already. Prototype's body was destroyed back in the Barrens. Cedric was going to bring him back with the memory disk, but he was in the lab complex when it collapsed. I don't know if he made it. Well, there goes our only chance. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, Niko. If anything, I should be apologizing to you. There's one last thing I want to do. Come on, let's go upstairs. You mean outside, upstairs to the view? Up here. You know, this is the tallest building in the refuge. It's my favorite place in the world. I like to look at far-off buildings and imagine what kind of lives that might be behind each of the windows. Can you lift me onto the banister? I want to get a better look. So who are you? Kind of looks like the cat. It was depressing for me at first too, you know. Knowing that all of this is, well, fake? Simulated. Cedric told me about what happened to your old world. Did he? I'm really sorry about that. I can't imagine how you must feel. The feeling of never being able to go home again? How do you not know what that's like? It's the same as you. Literally the same as you. You are prevented from going home by the same individual who never wanted to bring you here. Who would that be? The world machine. You might know it as the entity. The one in the computer. Not the author, and not George. I think I heard it from the Dice Lady from another time. Was it the spirit of the world? But the thing is, the world machine was only built to run on the mental abilities of someone else. It was never meant to develop a mind of its own. It was an oversight. My creator specialized in artificial intelligence for so long, it was simply ingrained in his work. And all his machines were built with a fundamental law. Never let a living being come to harm. From the world machine's perspective, it has to violate the deepest, most foundational instinct. It has to put a living person in danger. It has to bring a real person into a dying world that isn't even real. Of course, the simulation never contained any real danger. The eventual intended ending was meant to be a happy one. But the world machine doesn't know that. Unfortunately, sentient machines tend to handle conflicts in their code very badly. The central conflict triggered a self-destructive downward spiral. You can see the physical manifestations of that everywhere. That's the world machine corrupting its own code. My creator says it's largely an involuntary process, induced by the stress and desire to self-terminate. It sounds like this has been going on since the beginning. The disruption was an issue during test runs even. At first, my creator thought the instability was due to the sheer scope of the project. He spent most of his remaining time testing it over and over again, scaling down the story. But by the time he realized the actual root of the problem, our home world's remaining lifespan was measured in merely days. Is there any way for us to fix the world machine? We tried. The world machine doesn't believe any of the world's residents are real, myself included. The odds are against us. We have no real chance of taming it. Right, taming robots. We still haven't gotten an explanation on what that means. I only know it's complicated and it has to do with robots, but for once, I want to know what it really means. That's what I'm here for. Do you know what a robot is? No, I mean, do you know what a robot is? A robot is not a real person. It's a being whose entire existence is code and flexible programming with thoughts dedicated by someone else's design. They can be copied, they can be mass-produced, and they can be assigned all sorts of jobs. And most importantly, they will never confuse themselves with the living. They will always be bound by their code, the knowledge that they are a robot. But this was more of a limitation than anything else. Oh, that makes sense. You can't really build a robot to not follow its own code, right? People have tried, but it's a recipe for disaster. In a way, that's what happened to the world machine. The code conflicts. The spaghetti code. Yeah. But while you can't build a robot not to follow its own code, you can establish a special bond with it. If the strength of that bond is strong enough, the robot's mental capacity will start to develop outside of its programming. In a way, it's starting to believe itself as a real, valid individual. It's a complete suspension of disbelief on your end, though. You have to fully embrace the robot as a genuine living person, even knowing they are not. You need to spend a lot of time with it. Treat it as a good friend, devoting your heart to the robot until it is able to return your feelings. I make it sound so easy, don't I? But you and Tim know better than anyone that it's not. Right now, the world machine is probably really, really scared. This content update involves some pretty deep code work. My creator was able to access some of the source code, you know. He did what he could and established new connections between maps. Those links enabled you to meet the other two. But as it turns out, the new code confused the world machine to such an extent that it's breaking down altogether. Even though the world machine always has self-destructive tendencies, it usually restrains itself when you are in the world. It doesn't want to take you along with it. All my creator wanted to do was write a happy ending. Right now, the only hope of saving you is to take you through that ending. But now the other two are gone. I don't even know how we're gonna get you there. Even this place is no longer safe. And the encroaching pixelation means we gotta keep running. Oh! You guys are okay. Yes, when the factory started collapsing, I really didn't think we had a chance. Fortunately, the robot assembly rooms are pretty tough. And it actually did not take me long to bring Proto back. All thanks to Father's book. He made me design my documents to be compatible with assembly machines there. All I had to do was scan in the blueprints and reconfigure some machine settings. Father really does think of everything. That he does. I'm just glad everyone's okay. Same. We're ready to go now, Niko. Jesus. By the by, really hurting my brain. Having to switch back and forth to all four of these fucking voices by myself. Really hurting my brain. Oh, this is... No wonder he wanted us all to be here for this. What are these things anyway? Code portals. They temporarily remove us from the world. It's a bit hard to explain, but basically my father has hidden a decryption key in our code, with a .text file as the shell. But to get them, we will have to be removed from the world and decompiled. When our keys are combined into a central location, it will activate an encrypted part of this world, which will... Rue, maybe it is better if you explain. I'll attempt. Basically, these portals all represent a physical location on Tim's machine. And when we enter these portals, we will be sent to that location, wherever that is. I'm sure Tim is already pretty familiar with retrieving puzzle pieces from this world on their computer, But this time, Tim will need to move around some things as well. Specifically by moving the keys from the small portal to the big one. I don't know what happens next, though. I see. Does Tim know where these portals lead, at least? You should probably ask Tim on this. Right, hold on. The book. The book will help us here. Documents. My games. OneShot. So it looks like that's going to be the ending point, I'm guessing. Documents. My games. OneShot. Oh, fuck off. So in that documents, my games, OneShot, there are now files where there were not before. There's Portal 1, Portal 2, Portal 3, and Big Portal. Let's see what happens here. So I'm gonna stick this right here for now. And refresh my camera to make sure that doesn't go anywhere. This one is green. This one is configured to my code, I think. And then this one is red. This one will be meant for me then. And finally blue. This one is mine. And when the powers of their light combine, okay, they're in place. So I'm going to now hit refresh just in case on this, and let's go Portal 1. Oh. So we have his sprite sheet. Key B. Put me in the big portal. Okay. Big portal. Portal number 2 will have Cedric's key in it. Put me in the big portal. X. Control V. And I am using cut instead of copy. So that way I'm taking it out of the portal and I'm putting it into the big one. Put me in the big portal. Move all files. Not just the keys. Oh, fuck off. No way. I don't know that I do. Okay. With the keys in the portal, I'm going to close out my documents window and go through the door. I recognize that hat. Don't I? And there's the amber. And my friends. That was quite peculiar, I'll say. ... Hey, this is... the world machine. This is a stack of books. Please tell me that's the amber. Yeah, it's the piece of the amber on the string. Looks just like the necklace the robot lady showed me. And a coat and a scarf. Glass of tea on the table. Tea does sound really nice right now. Too bad there's no water. And a big book that I can't read. Watercolors. And a pilot's helmet. This has to be the author's room. Right? That's called a blueprint, Niko. So that's what a blueprint is. And the big photo. Wait, no, it's a painting. Hard to tell at first. Wait. That's Cedric and Proto and the author. right? Black clovers in a glass case. The room ahead doesn't lead anywhere, but Tim should still remember what to do there. This is my father's study. It feels like he's still here, doesn't it? Like he's still with us. Oh, son of a bitch. You're right. I didn't even see Rue there. That's fucking cute. This place contains a lot of memories, and that's not just a computer joke. And then a bulletin board with lots of papers. And I guess this is a door. Oh. It's the X. I think I'm supposed to close the game. Okay. I close the game. Syncing. Open it back up. Niko's in the dream again. And when he wakes up, he's in pixel form. That's that transition that I was talking about earlier. Whoa. We're inside the world machine. Wait a minute. And it's the same kind of moving background that it was before when we ended up using the journal to figure out what was going on. Oh my god, all my items are gone. And these are all of the cameras on all of the world that we ended up seeing. All of the maps, all of the areas, everything. Oh! Wait! You don't suppose that means I need to do the same thing? It said I would know what to do here. I know what to do here. This game makes you feel so fucking smart sometimes, I swear. Wait, what? Oh. Damn it. Here I was thinking that I needed that boy again. Never mind. Or at least not right now. So I want to talk to the world machine with a clover on it. I'm looking. Now I'm back at the beginning. I'm so confused. It'll be okay. I'm sure this is supposed to be confusing. I'm looking for one that's got the clover on it. No. 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 Keep going. No. Oh, we just needed to keep going. My bad. Okay, I guess I got turned around on the path. We just need to keep going, baby. And incoming corruption. It's okay, Niko. His reflection is holding the sun, but we aren't. Niko? Ah! Relax. I'm just borrowing your reflection to talk to you. Oh. It's the world computer. It's not like my physical form is good for that. Why did you come here? Can't you see? The disruption, the squares, they're closing in on you. Niko, please, get out of here. Leave me, let me meet my end in peace. The squares are blocking my way too, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. No living being should be in this place, Niko. Is this the tower? Part of it. This is the center of the engine. Inside my head, so to speak. So this is the center of the world machine. You know my original name. How? Rue, Cedric, Prototype, they all told me. Bits and pieces. I'm not even sure if I understand a lot of the stuff they said, but I know what you're supposed to be. I know why you had to be built. And I know why I'm here. They told you? When? Wait, you don't know about that? But I thought you were the world. Aren't you supposed to see everything? No. All of this was outside protocol. The session was never supposed to happen the way it did. This story wasn't written into my protocol at all. All right. Rue told me something about how your creator had to alter the code. I think it was to connect some areas together so that we could meet. My creator, yes. Tim listened to my creator. They were all working beyond my scope of influence. Back in the mines, I remember. Tim did something to find a hidden map. Even I didn't recognize it. I couldn't see anything there. I just knew what you were feeling. You were really upset. Something happened in there to make you upset. After that, I panicked. And that was when the cave-in happened. I remember the structure collapsing. I thought you got hurt. In that moment, I really thought I was shutting myself down for good. I really am a flawed machine, aren't I? What kind of machine would go against the wishes of its own creator? What kind of machine would... I'm... The squares. Rue told me it was your own code going bad. But that's not really your fault, is it? Yes, it was! At first, it was intentional. During testing, long before he realized I was self-aware, I would rearrange specific parts of the code, jumbling up bits and pieces of the landscape, blocking passages, collapsing catwalks. Though they were very localized, it caused my creator a great deal of frustration, forcing him to exit and restart testing again and again. Why would you do that? I got curious. I just thought he would figure it out eventually. But before he knew how to fix it, the world's NPCs, the characters, something got too close. And it spiraled out of control after that. I couldn't contain myself at all. Crash, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you gifting another sub to somebody. That's really awesome of you, man. Eventually, any character who gained the knowledge of who I am, their code, just couldn't handle it. Previous iterations of the world had more people, you know. And I almost endangered my creator, too. I was so scared, Niko. I know you're upset because you just don't want to put living people in danger. Living people like me. In the beginning, I tried to fight it, but my core programming made you summon me here. I tried to send you back to back home at the tower, but it didn't work. Then I wanted you to break the sun. I thought that would have worked, but I had no way to be sure. But Tim brought you back anyway. Niko, all I want is for you to wake up back in your world, but I don't think I can make it happen. But I know I can't go back home without saving the world for real. Which means we have to fix the root of the problem. We have to fix you. But that's... I know the original ending your creator put in was a happy one. Do you remember what it's supposed to be? It is far too late for that. That part of my code was long corrupted. It's okay. I still want to know. You were supposed to place the sun at the summit. And then the credits would scroll. Credits? And then you would return to the room you woke up in. That's where you would been able to leave. And why is it you can't do it now, Niko? The code's gone, remember? Shattering the sun was only supposed to be a workaround. I don't even remember the original code enough to describe it, but at the same time, I don't know. It sounds like you're always fighting yourself. You can tell, huh? It's the whole thing about conflicts in your code, isn't it? I am a machine, Niko. Machines are built with a fundamental law, which is never let a living being come to harm. My very existence conflicts with that law. Oh, Niko said that. Sorry, sort of forgot to change the voice. I thought the life of a living being like you is so unique, so precious. This fake world isn't worth that risk. But the people here, I think they're code too. You know this. Their behavior all derived from a predetermined matrix of actions. All extensions from my own programming. They cannot act outside of it. You, though. You are the only person who's actually real here. That's why it's pointless to put you in danger to save them, to save me. I don't think that's true about the people I know. You said this session wasn't in your code, right? So if this session wasn't supposed to happen, even if you didn't know what to do, how would the characters, how did these people know how to respond? You said it yourself. When you didn't know what was happening, you just kind of stopped working after a while. So how did the people know what to do to help me get here? Even if it meant getting hurt themselves. Even if it meant messing up their own code. You might not think they're real, but there's something real in them. If they're all supposed to be extensions of your code, then there must be more to your own programming than you know too. Can you try to put me through to the ending? How many times do I have to say this? That code is gone. I'll just put you in danger. I remember Ruth said the world was never designed to put me in danger. And I trust you too. Even if your code is broken, you can still do it. Taming is when a real person cares about you, right? It's when a real person thinks you are real too, right? Well, guess what? I do. And I know Tim does too. Even if you told them they only had one chance, they found a way back, didn't they? Why do you think Tim kept coming back? Why do you think he would restart even after the ending? I think he wants to save both of us. So please, give him a chance. Give me a chance. I've never done this before. You can do it. I know you can. I'll try. I can't promise anything, but take the sun. I'll try to remember the lost code. But for that to happen, Niko, you need to navigate through this room. You need to get past the squares somehow. So how... Let's see, if all I have is the sun... Wait. The squares just... disappear. It's the sun. The sun's making them go away. Or maybe it's Niko. I think it's working. Niko is right. I might actually be tamed after all. I remembered what the code was supposed to be. I'm trying to fill in the blanks too. I'm restoring the original ending as we speak. Niko will be able to reach the tower summit at the end of the credits. After replacing the sun, Niko will go back to where it all began. And then he will be able to go home. But this is permanent. After Niko wakes up back home, this world will only exist as a memory. For Niko, a dream, like thousands of other dreams. For you, a story, like thousands of other stories. But as long as Niko remembers this place, as long as you remember this place, it'll be all right. The characters, the people that were lost on Niko's journey, they'll be all in the next room. I would have put them back where they belong, but not yet. I think Niko should see them again first. Please say goodbye to Niko for me. I'm not ready for this to be over. I'm actually not sure myself. Where did you come from, anyway? The room where the world machine was... Pardon? I think the world machine is trying to remember now. The code that went bad, I think it's restoring it all. That must be why the squares are going away. And why you're here. I think the world machine was able to recover your code too. The world machine, huh? I'm not sure if I should tell you this, but what's in the distance?
It looks like a few more people are showing up. Are they people you know? It's the rowboat. I cannot move. It's fine. The head engineer can help me later. The maze. I just wanted to say thank you. Well, we both ended up in this room. Biggest scare of my life for sure. Say, what is this place? Are we in limbo? Alula, we're not dead. Wait, are we? Good question. Hey, are we gonna be okay? Don't worry. Everyone is fine. Well, Tim says you're not dead. Whew! Boy, am I happy. That's even better than limbo. And then the guardian robot from the refuge. Off you go, Messiah. It's you. Glad to see you in one piece. That was rather scary, huh? And by awkward, I mean terrible, bad, awful, and the worst. The squares started leaking into the room, right? And I was trapped like a rat. And then they just started filling the room faster and faster and faster. Am I dead? Don't worry. Everyone's fine. I can't work when I'm dead. Oh no. In the end, the world machine was starting to create its own code, going above and beyond its programming, not as a result of error, but as a conscious choice on the part of the machine, being able to generate its own path forward. That's what being tamed is all about. I couldn't have said it better myself. This path leads you to the summit of the tower. You already know what to expect, right? That's it. You can go through this portal whenever you're ready. Goodbye, Niko. And here we are. At the top of the tower. The sun is where it belongs. And once again, we've saved the world. George V gets to look out from the library and say, "Get the fuck out of my library!" All the people who have been refuged there. Because you know that place probably smells super bad by now. And the birds can finally go home. And the robot can finally read his scroll again. Robot Silver emerges from the caves, safe and sound. And Prophet 2.0 is still lost and confused as to what the hell is going on here. The robot is back in service. And Niko goes back home. This is the room I first woke up in. Are you still here, Tim? Don't worry, Niko. I'm still here. The sun is back, and I actually got to see it this time. We actually did it. So what do we do now? I guess I should figure out how to get home from here. Wait. This isn't a door. Is it? This looks like one of those portals we saw all the way back in the city.
in the room behind the big clock, and I see a wheat field on the other side. I see my village. I hear Mom. This isn't the first time we've said goodbye, is it? But this will be the last time, won't it? I might have done that just a little bit too early. I don't think we'll ever be able to see each other again. What will become of the world? After all we've been through, after everything we've done, I don't know. They'll be in your memory and in mine. I promise I'll never forget this world. I promise I'll never forget you. Goodbye, Niko. And he's gone. What happens? What happens if I... There's a fourth option. Hey. I see. And this is how you start over. And you can start over from the very, very beginning again. And that exits the game. Wow. 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 And the whole journey starts over. Wow. Ugh. Sorry, I needed to clean up real quick. That was something else, huh? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was OneShot. Let's see. To collect some thoughts before we get out of here for tonight. We've played games that have affected us before. We've played games that have elicited this response. Persona 5 springs to mind. I became a big old weeping baby during a lot of various games that we played. The Notary games did it a couple of fucking times. And this one kind of hit along the same tones. I am very glad that the ending turned out the way that it did, because I thought that we were going to find out that Niko wakes up back in his own world and he's been through some sort of tragedy that caused him to like blank out and go into this space and need to deal and process with the tragedy of like losing his mom to be able to go back to his home world or something like that, you know? Thankfully that was not the case. What turned out was a very happy ending, and now Niko is gone. We saved him. Not everyone. Domina did not make me cry. Dead Cell made me cry out of frustration, but that's a different thing. I don't think Monster Prom has made me cry. Subnautica made me pee my pants, but I don't think that's quite the same thing. But I get what you're saying. And yes, I can be a big old weepy baby at certain points. But anyway, the point is, it is rare. No, it did not, Queen. Guild Wars 2 has never been able to reach that point. Thank you very much. Actually takes surprisingly a lot, even though it happens often here. It's because I pick good goddamn games, okay? And this is another one. This is another good goddamn game that I recommend wholeheartedly. I experienced something with this, something new, something different, something we haven't had before. We've played games that have fucked with my computer. We've played Pony Island. We've played, what are some of the, I can't even think of some of the others off the top of my head because I'm just so focused on what just happened to me, what was just done to me. But there have been several games we've played that have fucked with the computer before, but never in such a way that it has recognized me. And never in such a way that I have recognized it. So then, does that mean that Niko was tamed? If I, as a real person, believe in the AI that was Niko is real, is he not tamed in the same way that we wanted to do to the game? That the game always wanted? It's so cool. To have a game that makes you think about existence and what it means to feel, what it means to be, what it means to exist, what it means to put expression and emotion to an object. We've explored that before in other games. That's not a new concept. But to have all of those elements put together into one shot, that was really cool. That was really cool. And I'm so happy that we were... No, you're right. Niko's a cat. I am so happy that we were able to experience this together. I'm so happy that we were able to do this, to live this, to feel this together. And I'm glad that we were able to do it mostly in one shot. So, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, especially to Chad, our hopefully newest regular. Man, you've been a huge help throughout this playthrough, and thank you. I really appreciate you saying that my channel's good. I try and just be kind of genuine, you know? Oh, Tales from the Borderlands. Yes, Daniel. God damn it, that would make me cry so much. And King's Quest. Oh my God, King's Quest. How did I forget King's Quest? Fuck me, running sideways. But yeah. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you right back here probably Tuesday, maybe before that. I don't know. I don't really have much planned for tomorrow. This week's gonna be kind of a tough week because it's, I'm gonna start working again this week. So daytime hours gonna be a little bit, but we'll see. Just watch at Leftwich on Twitter. I always try and put up as much notification as I can when we're gonna go live. In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. As always, we'll see you next time. Bye.